Kyle Shanahan has got the goods. He has not lost before a conference title game. Now 7-0 across the wild card and divisional playoffs in his career. The best figure among more than 40 head coaches with at least 7 games across those 2 rounds. A distinction previously held by the late, great John Madden. Here's Nick Sirianni, who has got an incredible resume as well afterwards on the message to his defeated squad.
What I said to the guys is, you know, adversity shapes you to who you are, and if you allow it to. And so there's a lot to be thankful for, but, you know, you got to use this adversity to shape you, and that's for everybody in that locker room, myself, the coaches, the players. Let the pain shape you to what you want to be, and we'll use this like we used it at the end of 22, 23. Because all that was necessary for 24, and, you know, we'll see what the future holds.
Ben, we'll get to the Niners part of the equation because they earned the praise and they earned 60 more minutes. Jason, you lived it the year he was talking about it, and you had a close view of this team this year.
Yeah.
What went wrong with the offense throughout the season that just could never quite be fixed?
Well, a lot of things. I think the biggest thing that was the glaring difference between this year and last year was the run game, right? I think you had Saquon Barkley nearly set the NFL rushing record. If you look at the passing statistics, really not that big of a difference. That was the main difference. But I think there was also other differences. I think you got to tip your cap to the San Francisco 49ers. You saw a team fighting, playing together. They lose George Kittle. How many players have they lost this year? And it feels like they've come together. And listen, I love the Philadelphia Eagles. I love these coaches.
Of course.
But the way they responded to the adversity last year, with all the noise and whatnot, they came together, made a great playoff run, won a Super Bowl. This year, it never felt like that happened. It never felt like they were able to come together and realize that it's about us. Everybody focus on your job. There's all these narratives out there. You let that stuff. It never felt like they handled that as well as they did last season.
It's not just guys that they lost either. They lost significant playmakers in San Francisco, and they still won. I saw you had something to go with.
Well, yeah, because and Jason knows this, when you win a Super Bowl, you do feel like the Super Bowl champion.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what nobody says, don't call us reigning champ, that season's over. You feel like you can find the answers because you found the answers before. And it doesn't stop you from working hard. It doesn't stop you from putting your hand in the pile. But it does get to a point where this individual may feel like he has the solution, or this guy feels like he has the solution. And you never come together in the way you did the year before because you're all thinking to yourself, I'm a champion. No, we were champions. Yeah. And when you look at this Philadelphia Eagles team, we were all waiting on those individuals to figure it out and go make plays because we'd seen it. But this team never figured that out. And they lost this game in the most predictable way possible because that's how they played the entire season.
Well, you look at the mental part for me, right? Like, I've been a guy that has applauded Nick Sirianni for all of the winning he's done. He's a Super Bowl champion, went to another Super Bowl. And, RC, you made the point when that graphic came on with you and Fletch. Bro, sometimes it comes down to the guys in the locker room and how well they're going to look out for each other. And that's where the disjointed thing happened. Look, I'll say this. Kevin Patullo was awful.
Yeah.
All right, as a play caller, as an offensive coordinator, he was awful. But there should have been guys in that locker room that could have overcome that, right? And that's what you saw. When I see the last play of the game not go to A.J. Brown when he's matched up one-on-one, that tells me everything I need to know about this season for the Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts didn't go to – think about this, Scott.
Game on the line.
Dante Culpepper didn't throw to Randy Moss. Game on the line and he covered one-on-one. Everybody would leave that stadium ready to tear a hole in every piece of it.
Okay, but I know had about 5 drops yesterday.
It don't matter.
This is the other thing.
Doesn't it?
It don't matter. It does not matter. What matters is that I've seen them make 100,000 of these plays, and I'm going to let that sound. It's just like when I went off about Derrick Henry. Are you going to let the fumble stop you from giving him the ball, or are you going to believe what you've seen from him the majority of the years that he played football?
And I know that everybody is out on Kevin Patullo. I happen to know the guy. I love Kevin Patullo. I know he's a great coach. I know it wasn't the best performance this year offensively. They had the #1 highest paid offense in the league, and were mediocre across the board. That's unacceptable. They had their chances to win that game yesterday, and the players didn't make the plays. All right? That's all I'm going to leave it at.
Okay.
And there's no reason that, and I'm trying to what Robert Saleh did, that defense is commendable. What they've done to get to here is absolutely a testament to that organization and how well they're built and they function across the board. Kyle Shanahan with the trickeration, finding a way to get things open and everything like that. You tip your cap to them, but Philly had their opportunities.
But JK,
that goes to, and this is my opinion, that's why Dallas Goedert got the opportunity. I don't feel like Dallas Goedert got the opportunity because A.J. Brown didn't make plays. I think Dallas Goedert got it because he was the guy that made plays. It's 3rd and 11. I throw it to A.J. and he drop it. Where do I go on 4th down? I go to Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert led this team in touchdown receptions. And so I feel, Marcus, I said the same thing earlier. If I'm going to get cover 4, and I know that they're going to have hook defenders and a quarters defender there, and I got one-on-one with A.J. Brown and Deommodore Lenoir, hell yeah, I throw it to him. I don't care if he dropped 50 balls, but that tells you about a disconnect.
About a disconnect, exactly. And that is my point, because early in the year, I watched them behind on the Rams and say, A.J., you got to win every single rep. And he won every single rep, and they won the game. This is the playoffs, bro. It's on the line. And you don't go to your $100 million wide receiver that's in man-to-man coverage. I don't care if he drop passes early in the game. I don't care what the situation is. The answer to that play, even Devontae, your first-round draft pick that you paid, is out there singled up. And it's not for not going to them one-on-one. You threw the ball in the middle of the field with 3 defenders around the receiver.
There were 3 folks.
Stop it, man. To your point, RC, it's a disconnect between what these guys have done all season long.
I love what he said, though. I think sometimes we put too much on the coaches. Players had opportunities to make plays, and they did not.
They did.